All right, congratulations, you made it down here. I'm so glad for you. I'm excited for you. I hope you are also excited. Quick show of hands, how many of you really want to learn animations and have a very impactful life from your own comfort, your own leisure? I know I can't see you right now, but if you answered a yes to that, I promise you I'm going to make this worth your time. Anyways, in this training, as you already know, I'll be showing you how to consistently earn over $1 million every single month from creating animations, professional 3D animations. Even if you're totally new to it, you do not have an office, you're just starting from the scratch, I want to show you everything you require. All right, before I proceed, I'd like to ask you a very simple question. If I'm able to live up to my words to teach you how to make $1 million per month as a professional 3D animator, what will it mean to you if you learn this skill? While you're thinking of your answers, I like to picture something. It's actually going to give you location freedom. It's going to give you financial freedom. It's going to give you time freedom. You can be anywhere you want to be. Today you could be in Lagos. Tomorrow you could be in Port Harcourt. Wherever you choose to be, it doesn't affect your lifestyle. It doesn't affect your job. You could be delivering your client's job from wherever you choose to be. To some people it's going to mean more time with your family. To some people it's going to mean regular vacations. To some people it's going to mean that you have more funds to give for charity. Of course you are earning much more right now. I don't know how much you earn right now, but $1 million per month is massive. All right, to some people it's going to mean that you do not need to wait for a job or employment. To some people it's going to mean a new car or a new apartment, and this is actually the one I like the most, that you get to choose when you sleep and when you wake up. There's nothing better. Like, you don't have a boss bossing you around. You don't have to set an alarm clock to get up in the morning to go into traffic so you could get to work and sit in a job that you actually do not enjoy. So I don't know what your purpose is or what's going to give you more joy, but whichever it is, I like to hold strong to it, because it will be my joy to be able to help you achieve this. So in order to keep you on this till the end, I want to bribe you. It's a shameless bribe. I want to bribe you. If you stay until the end, I will give you two things. Number one, I'll give you our in-house animation proposal and contract agreement template for absolutely free. These documents I'm going to share with you, they helped us secure jobs over $9 million last year alone. Right. Then number two thing, I'm going to give you a backdoor access. I'll show you how to get an access to our 9-part mega training resource pack on 3D animations. This is actually what we give to those who come to learn animations in-house. They pay $250K to get enrolled, but I'll show you how to get it, kind of backdoor access. You don't really have to make that kind of huge payments to get access to it. So if this interests you, before we continue, I'd like you to shut off every form of distraction. It's going to take maybe 1 hour, maximum 1 hour 30 minutes. I hope that we wrap everything pretty fast. So if you have good TV, DSTV, Netflix, anything TV, turn it off. Any tabs that's open on your browser, I like you to turn it off also. Anything that's going to give you notification, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, I don't care what it is, just turn them off. Skype, Hangout, WhatsApp. If you're not watching from your phone, turn off your WhatsApp. If you're watching from your phone, I like you to put your phone on vibrate or on silence mode, so that the only thing you're watching is just this video. It's actually very important. If you have a baby, hand over the baby to your husband, all right, or the nanny. Let somebody take care of the baby. You do not want any distractions. Your success in the animations industry totally depends on the things I'm about to share with you right now. So quickly, I like to go grab a pen, grab a notepad, so we can get going. Let's give you like 5 seconds so you could grab those things, because you'll be taking notes. It's very important. So I'll do a countdown from 5 to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I'm going to be sharing 3 deep secrets with you. Of course, if you watch the previous video, you already know what I'll be sharing with you. But if you didn't watch the previous video, somehow you found yourself on this page, maybe somebody shared this link with you so you could watch it. I'll be sharing 3 deep secrets with you. Secret number 1 is the single most important mind shift you require to make your first 1 million with animations in 3 months. Even if you were never born to be an entrepreneur. 3 months, I know it's kind of short for some people, but I don't do get rich quick schemes. It's actually legit. It requires some level of work from your part, all right? But so you need a certain kind of a mindset. So the single most important mind shift you require to make your first 1 million from animations in 3 months. The number 2 secret I'll be sharing with you is how to rightly position yourself to get your first client within 2 weeks. whether you're rookie or an expert, it makes no difference. All right, how many of you are excited, like you really want to get access to this stuff? I am also excited, as I'm sharing with you. Then secret number 3 is how to get the best salesperson on planet Earth to close sales for your animation agency every day of the year without ever complaining, asking for a raise, or taking a break. It kind of sounds shocking or almost unbelievable, right? Yeah, I got you right there, but it's actually true. I'll be sharing with you, so just stay on the class. So let's get started with secret number 1. The single most important mind shift you require to make your first 1 million naira in under 3 months, even if you were never ever born to be an entrepreneur. The disclaimer here, like I said before, it's not a get rich quick schemes. It require hard work. So what's this mind shift? What is this mind shift? It is focus. It kind of sounds simple, right? Just focus. Is that what Promise is trying to tell me? Yes, it is focus. Focus is all you need. I learned this from one of my late role models. His name is Steve Jobs. He's the ex-CEO of Apple. He said focus is your ability to stay determined on a cause even when you have other seemingly appealing offers at hand. What is in his life, when he started Apple, a lot of offers were coming in from outside Apple. People were willing to pay him much more than he was earning, much more than Apple was paying him at the beginning of his career. But guess what? He chose to stay on the course, and it actually paid off. Apple is right now a $1 trillion company. Focus is not your ability to just stay on a course. It's actually your ability to reject other things that look more appealing, other things that look as if they pay better. There's this thing with almost every entrepreneur I know. It's called the shiny object syndrome. Today you are doing animations, tomorrow you're jumping into affiliate marketing, the next day you're doing something entirely different. Somebody tells you this is paying, you are onto that thing. They tell you the next thing is paying, you are jumping on that thing. If you're not able to stay on one course, I promise you will not be able to make as much success as you should. And the animation industry is actually very, very distracting. There's so much that you want to do. So here's a step-by-step process that I recommend. All right, you probably want to be versatile with animation, so that's what we're giving you most of those training. I told you I'll be showing you backdoor access on how to get those training. So you want to be versatile with animations, but while you are trying to know something about everything, you also should try to know everything about something. So you want to kind of narrow down on one of the different fields in animation. So you choose your major and create a business around it. For example, when we started Think Coders, what we're doing with animations was just coaching. That was all we're doing in Think Coders, coaching. When we started Gozek, we had all form of media stuff we're doing, but as regards animation, it was just real estate 3D that we were working on. You have to choose your major and create a business around it. In Ad Forum Co, what we do with animations is advertorials. It's that important. Choose your major and create a business around it. Then when you've chosen your major, you want to dominate your space by putting out content daily. It almost sounds ridiculous. It's Promise asking me to create an animation every single day and put it out. No, I'm asking you not to create content, but to post documented processes. Like, for example, right now you're on a training class. How about doing a Facebook Live and telling people that I just went through a Facebook Live with Promise, and Promise actually showed me this and that. You know, what people actually want to see that makes them follow you, that makes them trust you, is consistency. Once you're consistent, people trust you. So further down this training, I'll be showing you something that will help you ease off all this stress. So you actually imagine the stress and the work you have to put in, but it's pretty much simple. I'll be showing you how to do that. All right. When you're able to dominate your space by pushing out content daily, then you know it kind of gives you an authority, gives you some level of dominance, you know. And if you want to expand, I tell people, do not compete, rather collaborate. That's what I did when I had to power up with my friend Jerry to partner with them on Ad Forum Co. You know, it kind of works very well like that. Collaborate, do not compete. If you want to expand, collaborate, don't compete. Competition is not what you want to do. It's you know, I'm going to take a case study right now of one of my top performing students. His name is Francis Valentine. But let me just talk a little about competition. You know, there's this saying that competition is good for business. The truth is competition is good for the customers because it actually drives down price. That's why I don't like the freelancing model where you are kind of competing on Fiverr and you have so many people there, you have to compete on price, and it's not always fair to the businessman. Competition is not good. Domination is what the businessman wants to achieve. You want to dominate your space so bad that nobody comes close, almost like monopoly, right? All right, so let me talk about my top performing student. His name is Francis Valentine. This guy is one of the kind of person that never talks in class, but everybody that goes through my training kind of have access to me. Like, you have my phone number, you could actually call me. So Valentine is this kind of person that calls me after every training, to kind of ask questions, and he calls, he doesn't ask questions in class. He joined us as a youth corps member. So those are pictures of him serving. I think they should be passing out by next week. That's their POP. All right. And this was when he had his breakthrough moments. I remember that time. It was a Thursday evening. Valentine called me. I went out to hang out with some of my friends, went to drink. So while I was getting back to the house in my estate where I live, he called me. I actually remember I stood there for like 15 to 20 minutes explaining. He kind of had the clients that he was supposed to meet, a prospect, before he became a client. He was supposed to meet with the man. He was supposed to, sell the man on hiring him to do stuff for him as regards his the animation. So he was asking me, boss, what should I say, how should I say it? So I took like 15 to 20 minutes telling him exactly what to say, how to position himself, what to say, how to say it. And he took Friday to prepare himself using what I taught him on Thursday. Then on Saturday was his meeting. Saturday morning was the meeting. He closed the sale and he bagged a 400,000 naira per month deal while he was still saving. I actually have screenshots. I'm going to share the screenshot with you, but it's a massive 400k per month. Imagine you have that kind of deal with like 3 clients, with like 4 clients. I don't want to over exaggerate, but this is what a youth corps member had. So these are screenshots that he shared with me on WhatsApp. All right, explain his excitement. He was super excited. For him, Alawi automatically became irrelevant. They pay youth corps members in Nigeria, if you're watching from outside Nigeria, they pay them a salary of 19,800 naira, and this guy started earning 400,000 naira per month. His Alawi became irrelevant automatically. So we actually had an interview. We did a live webinar in Animators Haven previously, and we brought in Valentine. I did a live interview with him on the on Animators Haven. All right, so I have actually cut out that part of the interview so I can play it. It's about, I think, about 4 or 5 minutes, so you can actually hear him talk. There, maybe you will learn a thing or two from him. All right, so here's the interview I did with Valentine. Hello, Valentine. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing today?
Doing very well, sir.
All right, awesome. I'm doing very well also. You're right now on Animators Haven live webinar, and we want to use you as a case study. And we have a couple of questions for you. Can we proceed, please?
Yeah, sure.
All right, awesome. Number one question that we have for you: what kind of animations do you do?
Okay. Personally, I do architectural rendering and still animations.
Architectural rendering and still animations. Why did you choose to do only this kind of animation, architectural rendering, the 3D designs, perspective, and still animations that you do? Why do you choose to do this one among the hundreds of other things that you could have been doing with animations?
Okay. The thing is, for my profession, I'm an architect by profession, so you having this skill set is kind of a big plus for me, because in my field, it's what you basically use to show clients, to communicate to clients what exactly it is that you have in mind that you're proposing to them. Okay, because and one more thing that I have found is most clients, they are lay people. Okay. And because of that, they don't really understand some technical stuff. What they understand is what they see. So when you're able to show them something that they can understand and they're like, wow, this thing is fine, you have a higher likelihood of making the sale. And
okay, awesome. Another thing we would like to know, can any other person who is not necessarily an architect by profession learn how to use these softwares that you're using?
Yeah, definitely. It's something that almost anybody can do so far as you're willing to learn.
Oh, really? Okay, awesome. Before we go to the last question, I want to ask for a favor. Can you show us some of the things that you've done with your softwares, like a project that you did maybe recently or an old one that you
you don't have any non-disclosure agreements on that would not permit you to show us. All right, I know we have all of those documents that we have. Like, okay, you have something. All right, show it to us.
Yep. So I'm going to share my screen now. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. Okay. Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so give me a second to open up my folders. Okay. Give me a second, please. Are you still with me?
Yes, I'm still with you.
Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but this is a night view for a mansion I did for one of my clients.
Wow, this is beautiful. Do you have other views of these same projects? I'm not comfortable with saying just one.
Yeah, definitely. There are more views. This is the front view with different lighting.
Okay. This is great. This is great. What was up? I would like to see
the other side.
Okay, this is like the day shot, right?
This is a day shot of the right side of the building. So
this looks beautiful.
Needless to say, the client was very happy.
Oh, the client was happy. Maybe I for projects like this, what's the charge like? What do you charge? I would like to know, and there are lots of people that want to jump in on this, and most of them are newbies. I also like to know. I know you've been a professional at this for a while, and what can a newbie charge for things like this?
Well, I might have to get going very soon, but for beginners, it's very easy for beginners to charge anywhere from 150K to 500K and upwards. It's really not that difficult.
150 it all depends on like a beginner.
Yes, so they are beginners and they are beginners. Okay, they are beginners that know how to position. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, so it's just about their negotiating skills and their sales power.
Yep.
All right, awesome. And that's part of what we'll be doing. I'm giving to them, to some of the people that are joining us right now on this live call. We'll be giving them lots of business with animations, not just the animation design parts, we'll also be showing them the business of animations. We're wrapping up right now. Thank you for hanging out with us.
No,
take care of yourself and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yep, a pleasure. Bye.
You can kindly help us end the call from that end so we can continue our webinar.
Okay.
Wow, isn't that awesome? Is that not amazing? So this was somebody who just joined us, and guess what he's doing? He's doing massive stuff, and he's actually doing something that's pretty much basic, just still animations like 3D perspective and stuff. He's not doing the real animations where you kind of animate stuff and see things move. Some people, you can take it a notch further, so this is what I actually advise. You choose one, get good at it before moving into the next thing. There's so much you can choose from. There's advertorials, there's fashion. Yes, you can actually use animations for fashion industry. You could do so much. There's real estate architecture, there's modeling, runway shows. Yes, you can actually do that. Events management, TV broadcasting, movies industry, cartoons, social media influencing, explainer videos, corporate advertising, internet marketing, coaching and training, music video production, construction, product animations, whiteboard, doodles, 3D character modeling, logo animation, YouTube monetization, and a lot more that you could actually do. So choose one, get good at it, get lots of clients from it, then you can enter the next thing, so you don't get very, very confused and scattered. So this is what I'm going to ask you right now. If all you need to make your first 1 million in the next 3 months is just to focus, how well will you focus? That question should be answered right inside your mind. You don't have to tell me back, all right? But it's actually important that you focus. So now let's jump to secret number 2. Time is running fast. How to rightly position yourself to get your first client within 2 weeks. Whether you're a rookie or an expert, it makes no difference. Mark my words, I said how to position yourself. Positioning, all right? it kind of boils down to whether you want to choose to be doing prospecting or positioning. What's the difference? Prospecting is you going out to look for clients, but positioning is you setting yourself in such a way that you attract clients. Clients actually come to you. They are actually different, but they are important in their own ways. The goal, remember, is to work from home and still be successful. Yes, I know I do have an office, but I'm kind of an advocate for work from home businesses. Why? I prefer to work from home. I like to choose when I sleep and when I wake up. The only reason we have an office is so that when we're having meetings and want to bring people together, we kind of have to maybe hold trainings. That's what we use the office for. But most times I'm always in my house, right, working from home. So instead of doing prospecting, I would like you to, maybe when you start with prospecting, you should try and move faster, switch to positioning. But there's a way to do positioning that you position yourself in such a way that clients come to you very, very, very fast. All right, you want to dominate every social space with very little effort using a special 3-day content multiplier formula. It's sounding strange to you, isn't it? I'm going to explain what it is. It's actually something I stumbled into. I paid for a training. I was taught how to, in just 3 days of work, how to dominate every social space on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. Like, you are just everywhere with just 3 days of work. It's amazing, I promise you that. With that content multiplier formula, it will help you move quickly from prospecting to positioning. Do not bother yourself. I'm going to help you out using that same formula, but I'm just going to give you a little breakdown right here. There's a step-by-step process. So first of all, remember, focus. You choose a niche and build authority using social media. You kind of have to focus on one first. All right, then the next thing you want to, using the content multiplier formula, you establish a celebrity authority, by creating omnipresence. Be everywhere, in every online media format available. Be everywhere using the content multiplier formula. I'm going to give you access to it. Do not bother yourself. But let me ask you the question. I want to be sure that you're excited about this. What would it feel like if I give you the exact cheat sheets and the template that I used to implement my omnipresence and establish celebrity authority with just 3 days of work? Would you be excited to have something like that? I actually want to give it to you for absolutely free. I bought it, but I'll be giving it to you for absolutely free. All right. So this is just a kind of an overview. I don't want to spend so much time on this presentation. I'll be giving you access to so much that you can use to get started almost immediately. All right. So I'm picking up in your interest right now. I hope that grammatical construction is correct. All right. So now we're going to jump to secret number 3. Remember, let's do kind of a recap right now. Secret number 1, what did we talk about? Focus, right? The single most important mind shift that you require to make your first 1 million. Secret number 2, what we talk about? Celebrity authority, creating your omnipresence. That's what we talked about. That's what we're wrapping up right now. It is how you get to position yourself so you get your first client within 2 weeks. You actually attract clients to you. It helps you to be able to charge higher. All right. That's secret number 2. Then now we're going to jump into secret number 3. This is actually the place that makes people go mad. You kind of go gaga on this. How to get the best salesperson on planet Earth to close sales for your animation agency every day of the year without ever complaining. Without asking for a raise, without taking a break. Is it possible? Is it really possible? I'm going to give you I'll illustrate using a real life scenario that an experience that happened to me. Some of my friends, I'm based in Port Harcourt. Some of my friends came in from Lagos. They came to visit me. I'm my kind of person that actually drinks, and most of my friends actually drink also. So we wanted to hang out. There's this place that I have not been to so much up until this day. I've not been to that place more than 5 times. All right. Before this day, I've only gone there once. So I told my friends, there's this new place I discovered. Let's go check it out. So we went there. All right. And the first day I went, it was a different salesperson that attended to me. But to the day I actually went with my friends, the salesperson came and asked us, what do we want? We're Heineken fans, so we all took Heineken. All right. So while we told her, she went inside, brought back Heineken. Then while she was giving us Heineken, she did something very, very awesome. She asked us, have we tasted abacha before? If you are not from this side, abacha is actually African salad. It's something with the Igbos. I have great love for abacha, so I was like, oh, you guys have abacha, bring it over. Instantly, we didn't plan to buy abacha. No, we did not plan to buy it. As I said, bring it. My friends that came in from Lagos, 2 of them are Yoruba, so they were like, what's that? Can we taste it also? So they brought one plate for each of us. It was amazing, right? So we started eating the abacha. She went back, she brought the abacha. While I was munching on the fish on the abacha, instantly the girl noticed my love for fish and she said, bros, have you tasted our barbecue before? I was like, hey, just hold it right there. I just ordered for Heineken and I ordered for abacha that I did not plan to take. Now you want to sell me on fish? And there's this long truth friend of mine. He was like, is your barbecue nice? How much is it? He just said 3,000, 3,500. He said, what's your last price? She was like, bros, that's like the best price, but I can give you one for 2,500. If you taste it, your friends will also probably like it. So he said, okay, bring one of the barbecue fishes. And we ended up buying 2 fishes, the 2 barbecue. So while she was serving the barbecue, this girl is amazing. I think they pay them commissions based on the number of things they sell. I'm not sure they sell on salary because this girl is amazing, right? So while she was serving the barbecue, she was like, bros, we actually have girls. I was like, I don't understand. What do you mean by girls? Then she pointed the other way and I saw a couple of girls. Then I kind of understood that I think they are call girls that you can actually take them home. And I'm like, oh, no, we're fine. Like, barbecue is okay. Thank you. We're fine. But I have to admit that this girl is a damn good marketer. You know, that girl is a good marketer. You know, every good marketer knows that it is wrong to try to sell someone on so many things at the same time, because a confused mind will always say no. The best way to sell is to offer something very related to what the buyer just bought. It happens to us all. Yes, it happens to everybody. When you are in a boutique, you go to buy stuff. The moment you buy a shirt, they offer you cufflinks, and you notice that the cufflinks actually matches the shirt. What do you say? Okay, add it to my order, right? Then they also try to sell you a matching pair of trousers also, right? And if you have the funds for it, you add it also. It happens. That's the best way to sell. You don't sell everything at once. It confuses people. You sell the first thing. The moment the person is in a buying mood, you sell the next thing. You sell the next thing. Or have you not wondered why when you go to buy stuff, maybe in the market, you sometimes come back with more than you originally planned to buy? That's the power of a good salesman. You see, every successful business I know follows this same principle. Every successful business, my friends in the real estate do it, my friends in fashion industry do it, Google does it. You try buy adverts from Google or Facebook. The moment you buy, they tell you that if you actually pay, if for example maybe you are buying adverts of 5,000 naira, they tell you if you pay extra 1,000, you get the value of what you just got for 5,000. Who would want to pay that extra to get something much more? It happens. Every successful business I know does it. Now imagine that we can take that best salesman for your business and turn him or her into a web program, and we can actually automate that web program such that it sells for you 24/7, like 24 days of the 24 hours of the day, 7 days of the week, and 365 days of the year. It doesn't take a break. It doesn't go on leave or on vacation. It never calls in sick. Imagine that it is possible. Actually, it is possible. The only way it is possible is using a special kind of website called a sales funnel. And now you're probably wondering, what the heck is a sales funnel? A sales funnel is a series of pages, like it's a very special kind of website, a series of pages that help you build rapport with your prospects and leads them to the sale like sheep to the slaughter. Remember I told you a confused mind will always say no. That's the way it is. If I send you to a regular website, you see the menu on top. It has home, about us, contact us, our services, lots of stuff. Behind at the bottom, there's so many menu links, and right there are different things. But if I send you to a different kind of website that has no menu, you just have a certain information and a certain call to action. Like the one you are in right now is a sales funnel also. The first page that you went to actually helped me build awareness and create your interest, that you trusted me enough to give me your name and your email address and your phone number for you to get to the next page. The next page is supposed to lead you to the next page. Nothing extra. That's what a sales funnel does. It helps you take one action and lead you to the next action and lead you to the next action. So if my desired result is for you to buy stuff from me, that's what I want to do with the sales funnel. If my desired result is for you to just trust me, that's what I want to do with the sales funnel. It is like taking the best salesperson in your organization and turning that person into a web program that works for you tirelessly. A sales funnel, it's awesome, right? See, your sales funnel is fully automated. Once you set it up, you wouldn't need to touch it again. Every right thinking businessman always thinks of ways to compress time and automate certain functions. So you see, selling is an important part of your business. But what if you are someone, there are so many people who don't like to sell. What if you are someone who is not so confident to sell? So a sales funnel will save you from that stress, will save you from that embarrassment, especially when you have established your omnipresence using the tips I gave you in secret number 2. So when those who you attract using your celebrity authority start gravitating towards you, your sales funnel will start helping you convert them into money. So it will help you build trust in your prospects even when they have never seen you before, thereby making it easy for them to become customers, and from customers they will eventually become repeat buyers. It's like your personal sales rep. It is that powerful. It's like your personal sales rep on the web. It initiates the conversation with your visitors, then guides them till they make the purchase. And guess what? The amazing part is that if they don't buy from you right away, the sales funnel will help you follow up on them until they make the purchase. That's how powerful a sales funnel is. It's like getting the best salesperson to work for you, help you close sales 365 days of the year without asking for a raise, without going on break. That's the difference. You have the sales funnel, you have the traditional website. One confuses people, one leads people to the sale. I used it. I told you that I'm a web business consultant. I use the sales funnel to build my web consulting business. I use the sales funnel to build our 3D architectural animations business where we serve realty firms. It is so powerful. You see, with a good sales funnel, you are kind of confident. With a good sales funnel in place, if you put in 10 naira in advertisements, you are certain to get back 20 naira or more in profit. The sales funnel we're currently using in our business, if we put in about 25,000 naira in advertisements, we're certain to get between 400 to 500,000 naira back in pure profits. That's about 20 times return on investment, 20 times ROI. You see, with a sales funnel, you can actually accurately predict what you'll be earning on a monthly basis. Now you're kind of wondering, do I have to go and create a website? No, I am not asking you to go create a website. I'm not asking you to go call any web designer. I just want you to have this picture in your mind. I'm going to help you sort out most of these things. All right. So with a good sales funnel, you can predict your earnings. You put in 10 naira, you get back 20 naira. You put in 10 naira, maybe you get back 15 naira, depending on how good or how well your sales funnel is performing. So this is the question I want to ask you right now. How much will you invest in your own business if you have a sales funnel that for every 10 naira you put in adverts, it gives you back 20 naira? How much will you invest? You're beginning to get a picture right now, right? The answer is limitless. Like, there's no amount. You can put in $1 million if you have $1 million. The point is, there's no limit. That's the word I should use. There's no limit. 10 naira gives you back 20 naira. This is better than MMM. This is a lot more certain. You control this. It's awesome. You set up your animations business. You have your sales funnel. You put in 10 naira today in advert. You get back 20 naira in profits from clients. Wouldn't you want that? So now I want to ask you a second question. What would it feel like if I help you build not just one, but 2 sales funnels from scratch to finish? Then I give them to you for absolutely free. What would it feel like? Somebody's excited. You just smile right now, didn't you? All right. I wish I could see your faces. Those of you watching this presentation, I wish I could see your faces, but I'm excited. I hope you are excited also. So you're going to be getting 2 sales funnels from us. All right. To sell animation is very, very awesome. It's very wonderful. Now you're wondering, what did I do to deserve this? Woo! All right. I'm excited. I am super excited. So now, we have something extra. If you watch the previous video, then you know that I promised a bonus secret. You cannot be able to jump into the business of animations if you do not understand how to do animations, if you don't know how to create animations itself. So this is actually like the basic part. So I want to show you the secret underground mentorship group where you can learn how to create professional 3D animations at your own leisure, at your own comfort, without any payment stress. Is that not wonderful? Now let me explain what I mean by your own leisure and your own comfort. For example, there are some people that like to learn very fast, like you are a fast learner. If you are in a regular classroom, if you're a fast learner, the people that are slow learners will actually slow you down. Then there are some people that like to learn slow, Like it's easier for them to comprehend when they learn it slower, like they take one chunk at a time and go to relax, then come back to it. So if you're a slow learner, you actually be dragging those that are fast down. And now imagine that you have a system that as a fast learner, you learn at your own pace, nobody's slowing you down. As a slow learner, you learn at your own pace, nobody's hurrying you up. That's what I mean by at your own leisure and your own comfort, and you don't have to pay through your nose. So before we get to that, I'd like you to imagine something. Let me ask you a question. How many animators do you know? If I ask you how many lawyers you know, you could actually point a couple of them in your street or your neighborhood. If I ask you how many doctors, you could walk into a hospital and point a doctor to me. But if I ask you how many animators do you know, do you really know any animator? I can bet that you don't know up to 5 animators. To some of you, you don't even know up to 2 animators. So now, have you ever wondered why there are so few animators? So few animators. There are actually 2 reasons why I'm going to share them with you. Reason number 1 is that the process to learn, I told you my story, how it was so difficult for me to learn animations. I spent so much and I went through so much stress. So the process to learn is just too stressful for those who are committed enough to make the sacrifices. The number 2, the cost of learning is ridiculously expensive. You don't believe me? I'm going to show you proof. You see, the regular method of learning animations before now, first of all, you have to look for an animation training school close to you. If you are not in Lagos, you most likely have to relocate to Lagos because that's where most of them are. Examples is Early Bell, we have AI trainings, we have Orange VFX. You could go check them out. It's not like I'm doing adverts for them, but you could actually check them out. The price will chase you away, I promise you that. Then number 2, when you get there, they don't give you the whole animation training as a combo pack. It's like bit by bit. You choose it module by module. So by the time you end up paying for all the modules that you want to choose, you would have paid between 750,000 naira to 1.2 million to learn all the modules that make you a professional animator. You still don't believe me? Just chill. I'm going to show you proof. Then if you're someone like me who have a dog, you do have a dog. You probably have to look for a dog sitter for the period where you're not around, maybe 3 months, 6 months. Somebody has to be taking care of your dog. Of course, it will starve to death. Then somebody has to be watering your plants. Then it means you have to disrupt your whole life. You take time off. You leave everything you're doing just to go learn what you want to learn. Then some people try to find an easy way around it. They go to YouTube to look for free training, doing try and error, wasting about 1 to 3 years of their life. In your mind, maybe you can find it on YouTube. Let me explain to you. Let's say the training that you need is module 1 to module 100. There's no YouTube teacher that will give you from module 1 to module 100. Teacher A is giving from module 1 to module 5. Teacher B is giving from module 1 to module 2. Teacher C is giving from module 1 to module 4. Everybody's just giving you the beginning part because they want to sell the whole training course. They're kind of enticing you in. You see what they have. They try to sell everything to you. And besides, teacher A is going to be teaching you software A, teacher B is going to be teaching you the different software, kind of confusing you in the whole process. That's why I actually prefer that you go through one person, learn the whole thing with one software. You kind of you become proficient using that software and you become very perfect at it. So let me not talk much about that. I get back to what I was saying. To learn animation is a regular method of learning animation. This is a price confirmation. I went to Orange VFX website. This is their website. I took a screenshot of it. There's a button below. You can actually see download the full course prospectus. So I actually downloaded the prospectus and I took screenshots from the prospectus. For their 3D animation jumpstarts, it's a 2 weeks course. You have to pay 60,000 naira. You can actually see the price right there. I circled it. So it's a 2 weeks course. For their 3D character design is 140,000 naira. That's for 6 weeks. The 3D character acting is 120,000 naira. The motion graphics is 120,000 naira. Broadcast design is 120,000. Digital sculpting is 200,000. What's the other one? Visual effects is 200,000 naira. Now imagine what you're paying module by module, and you have to spend so amount of weeks. In other words, in a year, you're probably still learning this whole thing. It's crazy, I know. So when I added all those figures together, you'll end up spending about 960,000 naira, and this is actually excluding cinematography, excluding 3D architectural visualization, and excluding 3D architectural animation. If I added all this, you'd end up paying roughly 1.5 million naira just to become a certified animator. Now, you see why I said it's ridiculously expensive and it's very, very, very stressful. That's why you don't have many animators, and that's why animators can actually charge any amount they want. So you kind of see things from my own point of view right now. It's like the odds have been stacked against you before you even get started. It's not like nobody wants to become an animator. It's actually expensive to learn, and so if anybody learns it, it almost seems stupid for them to want to give away that information for absolutely free, right? But what if there was another way around it? Like a learn from home model with less stress, less cost, yet more impact. There actually is, and that's what I want to introduce you to. So what if you get access to this whole training for less than 10% of the normal cost, but for a very short period of time? Let me introduce you to a more relaxed way of learning animations. One, you join our underground mentorship program. It has a cost, very, very little cost, and you get instant access to the Animators Haven training course. Then you receive the download access to the 9 parts mega training resource pack on 3D animations and other training materials too, including pre-recorded videos, exercise files, and softwares. Then you can also request for all the training to be sent to your address in a 64GB flash drive. Then you have direct access to your tutors, your mentors via Facebook, WhatsApp, and Skype. I remember I told you that Valentine actually calls me almost on a daily basis. That was when he was still learning and trying to close some deals, right? So you have direct access to me also. Then you kind of have free access to an animators club close to you. We are putting up animators club in every state so that you can actually collaborate with other animators. So I'm going to give you a detailed breakdown of what you will get in the Animators Haven training course. Number 1, you will learn the 3D animation essentials course. It has 113 video lessons, and the software we use is called Maya. With this, you can create almost any kind of animation. All right, the cartoons you see, you will learn most of them, all the animations, everything that they do. You'll be able to create your own cartoons. So I'm going to show you like a preview of what it feels like, so that you know what the training, when we say you get 113 video lessons, what are you really getting in that training course. So I'm going to play one of the video lessons for you. This is lesson 101 out of the 113 video lessons. So first of all, if you do not understand what is happening in this scene, do not bother yourself. Why? Because there are 100 lessons that you have not seen. All right, so that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. There are 100 lessons you have not seen. So I'm just going to hit play on this. But before I hit play, I want you to observe something on this left side. You see flyout, things coming out. It's more like instructions from your instructor. It tells you what is happening on the screen. So let me just play. You figure it out shortly.
Another way to animate objects is to constrain them to a path and animate them along the path. So let's take a look at how to do that. I've got a scene here with some buildings and a curvy road. So let's go ahead and just hide the buildings and the background for now, and then we can just see the road. So I'm going to go into my layers panel here, and I have a layer for the buildings and a layer for the background. So now I have just the car and the road. And I'm going to go ahead and hop out here. I have a perspective.
Sorry, I had to pause it. Right now you see that your instructor is actually changing the views. Remember, I told you the flyouts will always come out here. To change views, press spacebar. So that's what he did. He's pressing spacebar to be able to change the view. So if you're trying to achieve the same thing without following the instruction, it's going to be difficult for you. So now you understand what I mean by you be following the instructions that shows up on your screen. So I'm going to play it so you can continue watching your preview.
View, so I can actually manipulate this. So I have 3 objects here. I have the road itself, I have the car, and then I have a spline path. Now the spline path is basically the same shape as the road. In fact, I used it to extrude the road, so it really is very close in terms of shape. So all I have to do to animate this car along this path is to constrain it. So I'm going to select the car, Shift select the path, and then under our animation menu under constrain, we should have something called motion paths. Then what we need to do is attach to motion path. So I can select the options here so we can see what our options are. First off, what time range do we want? The time slider itself or a specific start and end frame? We're going to stick with the time slider. And then parametric length, and that will adjust the speed depending upon where it is on the curve. And also, what is our front and up axis? In other words, what direction is this object facing on the path? I don't really know that right now, so let's go ahead and just leave it where it is. And then some other options such as do we want to bank the object. Now I'm just going to leave these at defaults because we can actually go back and reset these to whatever values we want. So let's go ahead and just attach this. And when I do, well, it turns sideways, but it does move along the path, so that's good. So let's go ahead and actually adjust this so it's facing the correct direction. So I'm going to go into the attribute editor, and if I have the car selected, we should have a node here called motion path 1. Now notice how the U value changes as the car moves along the path. Now this is the value that actually animates, and we'll get to this in just a little bit. So we can actually change how the car moves by changing this value here. But what we really want to do is get the car facing in the right direction. So we can do that by changing this front and up axis. So the front axis, let's just go ahead and change it. At Y, well, that's not what we want. Z, well, that looks good, except, well, the car's moving backwards. But one of the things we can do is we can just flip front or up. So if I flip this, I can actually flip the car over or around. And then we can add additional things here by twisting it up, front, or side. So we can actually do that. And we can also bank it. So we can actually bank the car as it turns left and right. So now with that in place, let's go ahead and see what we have. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now one of the things is you may not have the car exactly on the path the way that you want. And one of the things you can do is you can adjust the pivot point of the car. Now what this constraint is doing is attaching the pivot point of the car. So if you move the pivot, you can change how the car is positioned on the path. So if I hold down the D key to move pivot, you can see that I can actually move the car when in fact I'm really just moving the pivot. And then that will change how that works. So if we hop out on this and let's go ahead back to our channel box and let's turn on our layers, you can see that now we have this car kind of going through our scene. Now if we want to adjust this,
all right, I just have to pause that right there. I hope you're beginning to see the whole picture. Each of the different video lessons actually treats a different thing. You're going to learn how to build all of this stuff, how to build the car. Now you've seen how to animate stuff. There are different ways to actually animate things in Maya. You know how to do the lighting, how to create the sky, everything, how to change your camera views and all of that. It's actually very powerful. With this, you can actually, with this lesson alone, you can actually start creating basic cartoons, and you kind of, there's so much you can actually do with it. Normally this training we sell for 60,000 naira alone, but we'll be giving it to you for absolutely free when you join the mentorship group. All right, so total value of what you'll be getting right now is 60,000 naira. We'll also be adding our 3D character modeling course, so you can build any kind of 3D character. I don't care what you want to build, you can really build it in this course. We'll be training you using Maya and Adobe Photoshop with about 68 video lessons. This training is quite cheap when we give it a loan at 38,000 naira, but we'll be adding it to the value that you'll be getting. So total value right now is about 98,000 naira, the 3D animation essential course and the character modeling course. Then we'll also be giving you the broadcast design course. You've been watching TV, you see those stuff that slide below when they are casting news, or behind when they are trying to introduce the news, they are creating montage. Even for your church, you see most of those stuff. All right, it's made possible with a software called Cinema 4D. So we'll be teaching you the broadcast design, everything about broadcasting, so you can work with TV stations, and there's so much you can actually do with it. About 275 video lessons that will be given to you in this section. This course we sell normally for 60,000 naira, but we'll be adding it to what you'll be getting, the broadcast design course. So total value of what you'll be getting right now is 158,000 naira. Then we have the motion graphics course. This is powerful. This is so powerful. About 210 video lessons. If you want to do anything that has to do with animations, like you really want to be a pro, then you need to understand motion graphics. All right, we'll be teaching you with Adobe After Effects, Houdini, Cinema 4D, and Maya. Now you're seeing a combination of most of the softwares that you know: Cinema 4D, Maya. Then we're adding After Effects and Houdini to it. Motion graphics is powerful. Most of those cartoons you see and the very, very funny animations and stuff that you see them create, most of them are done with these softwares. All right, So normally we sell this course for 75,000 naira, but we're giving it to you for absolutely free in this training package. So total value of what you'll be getting right now, adding up everything, is about 233,000 naira. Then remember, we'll talk to you about the basic cinematography course. Basic cinematography course, so you understand cameras, lighting, optics, and all of that. You understand story writing as regards movie making. So you could work with any movie house that you wish to work with. You could work with, whether it's Hollywood, Nollywood, Bollywood, Gollywood, any wood at all, firewood. But now I'm being serious, alright? 42 video lessons that will be given to you. It's actually like our cheapest course for 27,500 naira. So total value of what you'll be getting is 260,500. Then we have the visual effects course, which is actually powerful. This is like our most expensive course when we're giving it alone. Same software as motion graphics, Adobe After Effects, Houdini, Cinema 4D, and Maya. This is like 196 video lessons, visual effects. Have you seen Black Panther? Have you seen Thor Ragnarok? Have you seen Infinity War? You see those movies, your Fast and Furious F7 that you watch, they are actually very, very interesting. Most of them were acted in-house, in a studio. Those jumping off planes and stuff, they are acted in-house. It is visual effects that make it seem real. Like most of it, it doesn't happen. It didn't happen, rather. It didn't happen. You can actually create those things and work with any movie house you wish, or even use it in creating adverts for clients. You know, I told you about advertorials. We use this in our business. In Ad Forum Code, this is what we use. All right, visual effects. It's powerful. We give this course alone for 125,000 naira, but we adding it for free. All right, for a limited time. Remember, I said that already. So total value of what you'll be getting right now is 385,500 naira. Everything you'll be getting. It's actually really powerful. The 3D animation essential course, the 3D character modeling course, the broadcast design course, the motion graphic course, the basic cinematography course, the visual effects course. Then we'll also be adding the 3D digital sculpting course. With this, you see, we'll be using a software called ZBrush. ZBrush beats any other sculpting software hands down. I don't care what you want to sculpt, whether it's Amweber, you can sculpt it in ZBrush. You can sculpt anything. You can work with the fashion house, runway modeling, and anything you want to sculpt, you can sculpt it in ZBrush. 152 video lessons that will be given to you. It's powerful. Remember, we're giving you all the exercise files. Total value for the digital sculpting course is 99,000 naira. That's what we'll sell it for as an individual course, but right now I'll be giving it to you as a combo pack. Everything right now is worth 484,500 naira, but we're giving it to you for absolutely free. Then we'll also be adding the 3D architectural visualization course. This is the only thing that Valentine uses in his business right now: Revit, AutoCAD, 3ds Max, and V-Ray. All right, to just create still animations for real estate. All right, you could also see, I tell people there's literally no competition because the market is so wide. There are few animators, there are few people that can do what you are learning right now. We'll be giving you this training, about 205 video lessons. The training course goes for about 75,000 naira, so we just put it at 74,500, adding it up to what you have there before. Total value is 559,000 naira. You know, kind of adding up the 3D animation essential course, the 3D character modeling course, the broadcast design course, the motion graphics course, the basic cinematography course, the visual effects course, the 3D digital sculpting course, the 3D architectural visualization course. What more is left to be given? Remember, we told you it's a 9-part mega training resource pack. So this is 8, it's remaining 1. This is 3D architectural animations course. This is what we use in Guzek, my company. All right, Lumion is the name of the software, and there are 73 video lessons. It's actually a cheap one, but it has made us lots of money. This course is actually cheap. All right, we sell it for just about 50,000 naira, so 49,500. Adding it up to everything we have there, total value 608,500 naira, and we'll be giving it to you for absolutely free. Massive value. 3D animation essential course, 3D character modeling course, check. The broadcast design course, check that also. The motion graphics course, check that. The basic cinematography course, check that. The visual effects course, check that. The 3D digital sculpting course, check that. The 3D architectural visualization course, check that. The 3D architectural animation course, check that. Total value 608,500 naira. Awesome, right? So let me quickly give you like a live preview all right, of all the stuff that will be given to you. It's massive. It's really massive. I have them on my system here. I also have them on a web server. So let me try and open up the web browser and open it up on my system also, so you can you see what I'm talking about. All right, take a look. Powerful. Everything I just mentioned, the 3D animation essential course, 3D character modeling, everything I just mentioned. Anyone, let me just double click on this one to open it. You see everything inside. You see the Maya interface, select and manipulate objects, organize the Maya scenes, create polygonal models, model polygonal meshes. Everything that you need to become a professional animator is right within these folders. I'm just going to bring up the web interface for you also, so you see what I'm talking about also. It's powerful. Whoa! Give me a second. I'm trying to pull it up for you so you see what I'm saying. So I'm just going to do that. Boom. Now you see everything is also on the web. That's the URL. Some of you may want to copy to play smart. I dare you to do that. All right. So everything I've just mentioned is right here. Right. I'm not just going to go deep into that so that we can continue our training. It's right there. And the moment you join our mentorship group, we give you access to everything so you could get started instantly and become a professional animator in less than no time. It's awesome. So total value of what you're going to get, is 608,000 naira, the Animators Haven training course, so you can watch and learn animations at your own pace, your own leisure, and your own comfort. 113 hours of video training combined together, recorded in crisp, clear American English by foreign expatriates. So it's suitable for every audience. There are over 1,500 video lessons when you add everything together from 25 seasoned animators. You will get all the video lessons, all the exercise files. It's about 40 gigabytes of content. It's massive. Yes, it's massive. I'm proud to say it. All right, so moving forward, you see, I want to literally give you everything that you will need on your journey to success in the animations industry. So what else would you need? What else could you possibly need? So we'll be giving you all the software that you've been needing, the 10 animation software that you need. The Maya will give you Cinema 4D, Unity 3D, 3ds Max, V-Ray, After Effects, Revit, ZBrush, Lumion, Houdini, everything that you need. You see, we've made it available so that you can actually work with it. All the software is about 24.2 gigabytes. For you to get access to this, for you to actually get the original versions of this software here in Nigeria, you're spending nothing less than 15,000 naira. But we'll be giving them to you so you don't have to stress yourself. Some of you live in areas where they don't have these softwares. There's somebody who joined us from Uyo. He looked all around Uyo. He couldn't get it. It's because of him that we have to add this whole thing. So now we'll be giving it to everybody. We sent for it in Computer Village in Lagos. They sent it down to Port Harcourt here. So we duplicated it and we'll be sharing it with everybody. So right now, you'll be getting the Animators Haven training course and 10 required animation softwares, about 15,000 naira. Total value right now has bumped up to 623,500 naira. Is that not awesome? Then moving forward, we'll be giving you the home study package. The home study package in a 64 gigabyte flash drive. All right, the 64 gigabyte flash drive has two ports. It has the one that you could slot into your computer, and it has the one that you can slot into your phone. So even if you don't have a computer, you can actually start using your phone to learn directly until you have a computer to practice. We already understand that internet could be expensive for you to download everything. So normally, if we're going to sell this home study package alone, we will not give it for anything less than 75,000 naira, but we'll be giving it to you for absolutely free. All right, plus we also handle the shipping for you. So if we add that to the package, the home study training package, all right, 75,000 naira value plus the 10 required software plus the Animators Haven training course, total value right now is what? 698. Here you're right, 698,500 naira. We'll be packing everything, giving it to you. See, I'm taking away every excuse that you could make not to be successful. I'm forcing you to be successful in this industry. All right, then we'll also be giving you 2 done for you sales funnels. Remember, I promised you that 2 done for you sales funnels. Wouldn't you want to start your agency on the right foot? So I've designed everything to kind of give to you to get started. You can start getting customers on autopilot from the internet. All right, normally as a web business consultant, we charge nothing less than 350k for to work with businesses one-on-one to build their sales funnel, but because this is kind of for we're doing like almost like mass production, so excuse me, so right now we're building it at 150k. If we're going to value what we're going to be giving to you, 150,000 naira. So for two of them, that's 300,000 naira value. All right, all you have to discover for the hosting should be like, I think, 3,700 naira per month. Is that cheap? Then the domain name is about 1,200 naira. Thereabout, something between 1,200 to 5,000. So very, very cheap. You have your domain name, you have your hosting. We'll give you the funnel. We'll show you how to load it into your domain name and your hosting. It's pretty much straightforward. You just load it in and you have everything running up front. So total value of what you're going to be getting is 998,000. That's when you add the 2 done for you sales funnels, the home study training package, the 10 required animation softwares, the animators even training course. Everything you'll be getting is 998,500 naira. Is that not awesome? Now you're wondering, is Promise about to charge me almost 1 million naira? Just about 1,500 naira shy of 1 million. Is that what Promise is about to charge me right now? Before we go into that, let me just ask you a question. In this Animators Haven training course, did everything that we've promised on this call, on this presentation, that adding all the extras that I promised you, if it did everything I promised, how much money will you make this month? If you get just one client from the agency model, and probably if you're doing the freelance model, you get one client from the agency model and one client from the freelance model. If you're someone like me who has a sales funnel running from the agency model, you're charging nothing less than 500k, between 200 to 500k. If you're not confident enough to charge 500k, you can come a little lower. All right, but one client from the agency model, one client from the freelance model, how much will you make? I promise you'll be making nothing less than 600,000 naira per month as a beginner, from the beginning. So now, how much is that worth to you? You may not be able to answer me right now because I can't see your faces, but in your mind, you're beginning to have a picture of it in your mind, right? Now, that would just be 1 month. But what if you could improve your sales game to start getting 2 clients per month from each of the business models? Multiply that by 12 months of a year. How much is that worth now? Like you're getting 2 clients, let's say, like Valentine has a client that is 400,000 naira per month. 1 client. Now imagine he has 2 of that clients from the agency model, then he has some other gigs coming in from the what's the other one, the freelance model. That's well over 1 million naira you're going to make in every month. I promise you that. Now calculate it by 1 month, by 1 year, 12 months. How much is that worth to you right now? Now here's my final question. If you have made that annual income you have just said in your mind by accessing the Animators Haven training course, will it be worth paying 998,500 naira? Assuming you had the money right now. Absolutely yes. Hell yes, yes. So you see why it's a good deal at 998,500 naira. You see why it's actually a great deal, not just a good deal, it's a great deal. So for this training package, the mentorship group, everything, our launch price is actually 200,000 naira. That's our launch price, 200,000 naira. All right, but for some reasons right now, you see, I have every intention of launching at 200k because we've done our test drive. So right now we want to collect testimonials, because when we get success stories, once we collect testimonials from success stories, we're going to launch into the market with those testimonials, and kind of use it to sell it at our launch price. So what I'm more interested in getting right now is testimonials. So I'm not going to be selling at 200,000, which is our original launch price. We bring it a little lower. You're going to be getting a massive discount right now. So I'm willing to take off 125,000 off the launch price for today, for those who are smart and are ready to take action within the shortest time possible. All I ask of you, I don't know if I should beg you or I should just ask you. So all I ask of you is that when you become successful with this, you would give me a testimonial. Is that a fair deal? If you just said yes, thank you for saying yes in your mind. So very soon the price will shoot back up to 200,000 naira flat price for the general public. But because you're here with me, you've made it this far from the you went through the first phase of the funnel. Right now you're the second phase of the funnel. and I count you now as a member of Animators Haven, you can get started now for just 75,000 naira. So 74,999. First 50 people only. All I need is your testimonials. It's very, very, very important to me. Then we'll shoot back up to 200k. 75,000 naira. What you have to do is right now is go straight to www.animatorshaven.com/start. animatorshaven.com/start. Because I want to work with you closely. When you get to that page, you will not see a payment form. What you see is a kind of a registration form where I collect some information like your name, phone number. I know you've given me that before, but now I want to know those who gave me the information from this page. You're actually special. Somebody from my team is going to reach you back so we can work with you individually. So rush now. You can open up a new tab on your browser, animatorshaven.com/start. Do that right now. Fill the form, all right, and your information is going to drop in our database. Somebody's going to reach out to you so you can get started working on your animations agency right away. Remember what you're going to be getting is the Animators Haven training course, 608,000 naira, so you can watch and learn at your own pace. The 10 required software so you can start practicing immediately. You get the course, the home study training package, so you can go through the whole training on your devices without internet headaches. 2 done for you sales funnels that normally you'll be paying through your nose for. The sales funnel alone is more expensive than what I am charging for the access to everything. All right, so the sales funnel is there for you to start getting clients almost immediately. Total value of 998,000 naira. And guess what? Because I am trying to get testimonials and I don't want any bad reviews for this, I am ready and I'm willing to do a 30 days money back guarantee. So you don't have to think about it right now. Just get started. Use the training materials plus the done for you sales funnels, everything. Get started on your career in the animations industry today. Be focused. If in 1 month time you are not absolutely thrilled that this is the best training hands down of its kind, just email us for a refund. Just email us for a refund. I promise you I'll give you back your money 100%. I don't want any bad reviews for my program. It's going to be 200k in a very short time. So anything that's going to make the program not to fly, I want to just rule it off. So 30 days money back guarantee, 100%. Right now, the only thing you are expected to do is rush down animatorshaven.com/start, animatorshaven.com/start, and we could get started. So for those of you that are still here and you have not gone to animatorshaven.com/start, you're probably on the fence. You're wondering, should I do it? Should I not do it? I'm just going to take a few questions that people asked when we're doing our test drive. Maybe those are the questions that are running through your mind right now. I'll answer most of those questions and we'll wrap up this presentation. The question number 1 that a couple of persons asked is, I really can't afford 75k right now. First of all, you know that it is worth more than 75k. True or false? Absolutely true. All right, so what we actually did for you is to create 3 payment plans for you, so that in case you don't have the full money, all right, you could actually choose any of them. You could either pay 75k as a single payment, or you could pay double payments of 40,000 naira. That's a little more expensive than 75k if you check it, all right, or 28,500 naira 3 times, depending on whichever one you're comfortable with. The lesser prices are actually more expensive on the long run, but they are easier on your pocket. It's just like buying a piece of real estate. You're buying land. If you want to pay upfront one-time payment, you pay a lesser price. But if you want to split it over maybe a couple of months, you pay much more, but in little bits, chunk by chunk. All right. So it's the same way here: 28,500 naira 3 times, or 40,000 naira 2 times, or 75k 1 time. The link that you should jump onto right now is animatorshaven.com/start. By the time you fill the form there, then you'll be, from that form, when you submit the form, before you'll be redirected to a page that looks like this, where you can actually make payments if you have the funds right now. If you don't have the funds right now, because you've already filled the form, it's easier for us to help you, proceed from that point onwards. Another question people ask is, I do not have sufficient Wi-Fi to download the whole training. We understand the internet network frustration. That's why we created the home study training guide, so that we can actually ship it to you and you can get started. Everything is in a 64 gigabyte flash drive. All right. So the flash drive option is actually better. It's easier for you also. Okay. The next question people ask is, what's the ideal spec of computer to use? there's no ideal spec, but first of all, just some configurations I'm going to tell you. Make sure your computer has good enough RAM, maybe like above 4 gig, from 4 gig and above. I prefer a 64 bits computer than a 32-bit computer. You could actually go to any computer center around you. They can help you upgrade your computer. Tell them you want to use it for animations. You should have good memory space. You should have maybe graphic memory. You should have RAM. The RAM should be plenty enough. Once you tell them that you want a computer for animation, they can upgrade the one that you have to that. But this is what I tell people: be smart. If you don't have a good computer, do not say I want to wait till I get a computer. Your computer, you can always get it. But if I hit the 50 people that are going to give me testimonials on this, I promise you the next time you're seeing this is 200k. Yes, I'm saying it with confidence. 200k, because the testimonials will help me sell it at the price I want to sell it. So www.animatorshaven.com/start is what is where you need to be right now. The next question people ask me is, I do not have a laptop yet. Can I just use my mobile phone? As a matter of fact, it's like a yes and a no answer. Yes, you can use your mobile phone to watch the training videos, using that flash drive. I told you already. I use the flash drive. It has a port. It has that USB mouth. I don't know the word for it. So you can plug into your phone and watch directly. Or you can actually download it to your phones if you have good enough internet. But you kind of need a phone. You need a laptop to practice. So if you're actually thinking of using the phone to do the animations, no, it won't really work like that. But it's smart for you to get the training now. Then maybe later you get the resources, the stuff that you need to practice. But once you have access to the training, you have it for life. Then, okay, I also just remembered, for those people that say you don't have enough money, there's something else you could do. You could take this training material, this video, this presentation, you could show it to someone who can actually afford it, but the person doesn't have the time. Let the person actually pay for you. Then what you do is you create animations for the person's business. All right, it's like a win-win thing. The person pays for you, you get the materials, the knowledge stays in your brain forever. Then you create animations. Normally, if the person is supposed to pay you 500k for animations or 200k for animations, now the person just pays 75k for the training, and you're giving the person maybe 1 or 2 animations in return, which is much more value than what the person just paid for. And it kind of is a win-win situation for both of you. Then another thing people ask is, will the softwares work on my Android? Absolutely not. It will work on your phone. The softwares that we will give to you don't work on phones. They work on computers. All right. Another question people ask is, based on age, am I old enough or am I too old for it? I'm a 14-year-old teenager. Please, am I old enough to join? There are no age restrictions. You are neither too young nor too old to participate. Remember, I told you in 2014 December, I co-founded a company with a friend. The company is called Teen Coders. We taught kids there. They still do till date. I'm not there anymore. So we taught kids and teenagers basic coding and animations. Children from 8 years old are doing animations. There's actually a 6-year-old kid that came in. That guy is kind of stubborn. I remember him very well. All right. We told, excuse me. We told him, we actually kind of, was it discouraged? But the guy's persistence, his parents were like, let him just join the elder brother now. Instead of him staying in the house, he'll be crying all through. So he joined, and he was able to create some very, 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 very basic animations using a software called Scratch. But that's for children. For adults, we're doing something a lot more advanced than that. So the next question people ask is, I'm in XYZ niche. I'm in the catering niche. I'm in that niche. I'm in this niche. Will this work for my business? Yes, depending on what you want to do. If you want to use for advertorials for business, it will work for your business. You see, the question applies to everybody. I don't care what niche you are in. So first of all, I like to figure out why you want to learn animations. Then, depending on what you tell me, I can help you, kind of improve. If you want to use to improve your current business or you want to start a side hustle, I can just guide you. I will help you on the path and put you right on that path properly. Excuse me. Give me a second. Let me drink water. Wow. All right. Okay. Then another question people ask me, which is very, very funny, is where is the venue of the training? The training is not a physical training. We're sending you training materials and you have access to us online. All right. You have access to us on the phone, online, everywhere. All right. It's not a physical training. The training is wherever you want to be. If you are in your house, then the training is in your house, your backyard, your office, your church. marketplace, the training is there with you. There's no venue for the training. Then another question people ask is, I have a very busy schedule. What do you suggest? It's simple. It's about self-discipline. If your busy schedule is paying you, it's profitable, then don't stop. Find an unproductive activity in your day and replace it with your training. If you're somebody like me, I drink. Maybe like once a week or twice a week, you go out to drink. That's time you used to go and drink. Or you watch football. You're a football fanatic. Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool, whatever. That time you used to watch football. Discard football for the now. You can always come back to it. 1 hour a day is enough to get you started. Alright, look for no productive activity in your day and replace it with your training. But if you're still too busy and you don't have time at all, then look for your kids or somebody, a ward that you can train. Get them to register in your place and let them have the training. It's for everybody. Children, this skill is going to save them in the future, so they will not have to start looking for jobs. Then another question is, how long will it take for me to recover my investment? I can't really give an answer because that answer totally depends on you. My duty is to guide you. Your duty is to execute. All right. So if you're willing to follow the simple step-by-step instructions that I give, some of them may sound too simple and that you may consider them stupid. Just follow them, adhere to them religiously. I promise you soar high very, very, very fast. All right. So now, what's your excuse? What's the excuse you can give to yourself right now? www.animatorshaven.com/start. The first 50 people only. You either join in or you lose out. Remember, what you're going to get is the Animators Haven training course, 10 required animation softwares, the home study training package plus the 2 done for you sales funnel. Total value almost $1 million, 1,500 short shy of $1 million. All right, so while I'm still presenting, I'm still thinking, what else do you need? What else do you need? Though I've prepared all this before, but I'm still thinking in my head, what else could I possibly add to this? If I remember any extra, I promise you, even if you've joined, I'll still add it for you. It's very, very important because I want to give you everything you need to soar very, very high. All right, what else do you need? Remember, I promised you I'll be giving you the Celebrity Authority roadmap that I bought. I stumbled upon it and I paid for it. Cheat sheets, templates, swipe files to achieving your omnipresence. The exact materials I used to position myself in every media with just 3 days of work on my part. 3 days of work on my part. I'll be giving everything to you. The value is 45,000. I'll be adding it to you, to what you'll be getting. The Animators Club. I told you about a free membership. You get access to Animators Club so you can collaborate with other animators. It's one in every state. So people that are buying from your state will give you all the contacts of them so that you guys can collaborate and do projects together. Remember, I told you, collaborate, do not compete. So you guys can dominate very, very fast. We'll compile the directory for anybody that gets access to the Animators Haven training course. So this is kind of your flash drive alternative also. In case you're just joining and somebody has joined before you, maybe the delivery for the shipping is taking a couple of days, you could just rush over to any of these guys, copy from their system. It will save you all that stress. So that's the beauty of the Animators Club. Then I am still preparing and what we call the fast action takers bonus for the first 31 days. Anybody that joins between now and the 6th of April, I'll be giving you something very special. Whether you're joining at the 75,000 naira plan, that's the first 50 people, or you're joining after then, so long as you join before the 6th of April, I'm going to give you something very special. You will get 3 months access to Gozek Business Launchpad, which is scheduled to reopen on the 1st of July. What is Gozek Business Launchpad? Is a training platform where I train people on sales and business generally. Regular access is 250k per year. Yes, it's just for business people. It's not for anybody. All right, people who can actually afford it. So this is some of the things you'll be learning in the Gozek Business Launchpad. How to create a proper brand persona, the basics of selling, understanding your buyers, the ideal sales process, prospecting, keeping a full pipeline using cold calls. Some of you don't even know what cold calls are. But we'll be showing all of that. We'll be teaching you that in the Gozek Business Launchpad. Advanced sales negotiations, how to handle objections, positioning for entrepreneurs, using lead responses, how to follow up, the theory of closing sales, 29 closing strategies, automating your sales, creating your first sales funnel. Of course, right now I'm giving you sales funnels, but what if you want to create for other businesses? You'll be learning it in the Gozek Business Launchpad, and the right use of social media will be giving you access to everything in the Gozek Business Launchpad. So let me just throw in a couple of points. More of what you'll be getting in the Gozek Business Launchpad. For example, 5 things that you can do in the crucial first 10 minutes with the prospect that instantly let him know that you are in their league, and when they realize you're a rare catch, they'll do anything to hire you. That's one of the things you'll be learning in the Gozek Business Launchpad. How to give a client the same feeling of I have to hire him that they get from a big name consulting giant that is rich, famous, and old in the business without being any of these yourself. The thing most self-acclaimed marketers do to try to keep a client interested that actually repels them twice as fast and often drives them into the clutches of your competitors. I'll be showing you that in the Gozek Business Launchpad. All right. Then 7 things you can do to dramatically improve your client attraction aura overnight. The best part is that it costs very little in time or money, yet they double the chances of a client responding positively to you. Then a proven exercise to develop stone cold, unshakable inner confidence that allows you to approach a client in any situation without getting nervous and without fear of rejection. Then how to pinpoint and strengthen the parts of your personality that make a prospect feel attraction for you, so you can make a lasting impression with every prospect you meet. That's not all. It's a 1-year program. I can't teach you all of this in a very short period of time. It's a 1-year program. My trainings don't come cheap. 250k, 200. That's why I'm telling you this is 75k. It's just a short period of time. 50 people jump on it. I'm sorry, it's going to close down. Just 50 people jump on it. I'll close down that price. I collect the testimonials. We shoot back at 200k. So some of the extra things you'll be learning in Gozek Business Launchpad. You'll be learning how to attract wealthy clients without the benefits of look or status. The deadly mistake too many marketers make when trying to close a lead that all but guarantees they end up with 0 sales. The simple thing that you can do at the end of a conversation with a client that leaves them eagerly waiting for more and gets them to call you instead. You know, most times when people go for sales stuff, at the end of the sales, the client tells them we'll get back to you, and most times they never get back to them. They have to try to call the client, follow up on the client. But what if I can show you a small tweak that you could do that forces the client to call you back? You're going to learn that in the Gozek Business Launchpad. All right, I'll be giving you 3 months access for free. Plus, you get access to the 9-part mega training resource pack on 3D animations. So remember, total value of what you'll be getting right now has increased. Adding everything together, the Animators Haven training course 608,500. 10 required animation software is about 15k. Home study training package 75k. 2 done for you sales funnels 300k. Celebrity authority roadmaps. All right, that's 45k value. The Animators Club membership, I can't attach a value to that right now, but it's worth a ton because you can do networking and collaborate with people. Then 3 months access to Gozek Business Launchpad. Total value over £1 million, well over £1 million. But today's price is just 75,000 naira, 74,999 if you like to call it that way. That's today's price. So now you have a choice. You have a choice, either of 2 options. First option is you do nothing and do not take this leap of faith, which is obviously 99.9999999% risk free because there's a 30 days money back guarantee. So you do nothing, don't take this leap of faith. You keep chasing the next shiny object. You keep buying the next course. You keep reading those stupid ebooks. You keep going to another seminar, attending the next webinar, wasting your life and hoping that someday life will be different for you. Or you do the second option where you pony up this small investment today compared to all the value you'll be getting in return and just give it a shot. You see, we have a philosophy in my company that if we can't make you money, then we don't deserve yours. Besides, if you're not going to spend money in getting what you need to earn money, then don't be surprised if you always fall short of money. So the real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which, if it does even half of what I have claimed on this training, will pay for itself the moment your first animation is live. The link once again is www.animatorshaven.com/start. First 50 people only get it at 75,000 naira. First 50 people only get it at 75,000 naira. www.animatorshaven.com/start. All right, this is where I'll be wrapping up the class. I want to thank you so very much for making out time to hang out with me in my space. I promised I was going to teach you 3 different secrets, and I did that. The first one was focus, the single most important mind shift that you require to make your first 1 million. The second one was celebrity authority, establishing your celebrity authority and creating kind of omnipresence. Remember, I told you how to rightly position yourself to get your first client within the first 2 weeks. Whether you're a rookie or an expert, it makes no difference. It's about achieving that kind of aura of a celebrity. Then secret number 3, how to get the best salesperson on planet Earth to close sales for your animation agency every day of the year, 365 days of the year, without asking for a raise, without going on vacation. And I showed you how to do that using a sales funnel. Then remember, I told you I was going to try to sell something to you, and that's what I'm offering to you right now. If you do not jump on this and the first 50 people take the slot, you see, I'm not trying. This is not like a false urgency. 50 people jump on this, it shuts down. We gather the testimonials, we shoot out again at 200k, nothing less. All right. I hope you're as excited as I was sharing the knowledge with you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Until I see you, for those of you that jump in, congratulations. For those of you that are still hanging on the fence, I hope to see you on the inside someday soon. Have a blessed day.